Let us take an example and calculate average velocity. In this example, an object travels 50 meters in 8 seconds and then comes to stop and returns back to the starting point in 40 seconds. Let us calculate the average velocity for the forward journey, the return journey, and the average velocity for the complete round trip. Considering the initial direction as the positive direction, this is positive x-axis. The object is starting at x equals to 0 and traveling to a point where x equals to 50 meters. Moving in the positive x direction. Now applying the formula for average velocity VAV equals delta x divided by delta t, which is equal to final position minus the initial position xi divided by final time tf minus the initial time ti. Here xi is equal to 0 and xf is equal to 50 and tf is equal to 8 seconds and ti is 0. Therefore 50 minus 0 divided by tf is 8 seconds minus ti is 0. That gives you 50 divided by 8, which is equal to 6.25 meters per second. That is the average velocity for the first part of the problem. For the second part of the problem, which is the return journey, the object is starting at x equals to 50 and it's coming back to the initial position x equals to 0. Now the final position xf in this case is 0 and the initial position xi is equal to 50 because it's starting at x equals to 50 on its return journey, and it's taking time t equals to 40 seconds on its return journey. Now applying the formula VAV equals xf minus xi divided by tf minus ti. Here tf is 48 seconds because it's taking 8 seconds for the upward journey and 40 seconds for the return journey. So that is 48, and it's starting at initial time t I at 8 seconds. Therefore, substituting these values in the formula, which is xf is 0 minus 50 divided by tf, which is 48 minus ti is 8. That gives you minus 50 divided by 40, which is equal to minus 5 divided by 4, which is minus 1.25 meters per second. The negative sign here indicates the object is moving in the opposite direction. For the third part of the problem, that is a complete round trip, the object is returning back to the initial position, x equals to 0. Therefore, for the complete round trip, the xf is 0, xi is also 0, and tf is equal to 48 and ti is 0. Now plugging in the values for average velocity gives us xf minus xi divided by tf minus ti. That gives you 0 minus 0 divided by 48. That gives you 0 meters per second. This indicates that the average velocity for the complete round trip, where the object returns to the initial position where it started, is always 0.